Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp of the Lip, and I'm here with a quick one for you. This is the Battle of Khalkhin Gol, July, August 1939. This one I have already covered. I previewed it before they did their Kickstarter release, and this is the final retail version of the game. They weren't nice enough to send me a finalized copy, so as always, whenever I preview a game, I always like to show the final components when those do come in. So we're going to pop the top here and see how it all came out. All right, so it's the first time I'm getting to take a look at it. We're going to just work our way down through. We got the rule book here. It's actually rather slender. I kind of like this. Easier to hold. Looks like a little setup chart. Very nice. I always like it when they have pictures. It's easier than reading long-ass charts. Looks like the rule book's about 40-some pages, but keep in mind this is about a third the size rule book. And the print is actually rather large, so the rules aren't too hard. And like I said, you can make sure and check out my previous video on the game to see how the game is played. Oh yeah, and I remember these. I liked this aspect of the game. This is the secret setup component of the game. Now you can play this game solo, but you do lose some of the secret setup aspects of it. You can't have the hidden information, but this is really cool, the way they had the sheets for each side as they are setting up, and I think the river runs down in between these, but a huge stack, so more than enough. And as always, I'm sure you can print some more of these off online in case you need more than come in the box. And here are the counters. All right. You know what? I appreciate when a publisher does this, when the counters come in and they have some type of plastic wrapping around them, plastic bag, plastic wrap, whatever it is, because during shipping, sometimes these things can fall out. And I've had games that have arrived with every counter knocked out, every single counter. And they weren't the rounded ones. I remember the game. I won't name it for anonymity's sake. But almost every single counter was knocked out of every single counter sheet. Something like 6 or 7 counter sheets for the game. And it was all disorganized now and all just spread throughout the box. I was like, dear God, no. But we do not have that problem here. None of these even look like they popped out. All right, so it looks like it's 4 sheets total. A couple of these small ones and a couple of the larger ones. It looks like, are these the exact same? But I'm not going to complain. More counters are always better than fewer counters in my book. All right, and here's the actual counter sheets themselves. Nice pre-rounded, thick counters, as you guys can see. Princeps Games usually does pretty good when it comes to their component quality, so nothing to complain about here. Our different Soviet forces, our different Japanese forces here. Nice simplified counters, so they're not overly crowded. I do dislike that when you have counters that have small text on them and you're struggling to read that crap. You do not have that problem here. Few admin counters down here at the bottom, like your out of supply, victory point markers, the like. And it looks like we've just got 3 of the same counter sheets. I actually missed one. There's 3 of these, not 2. But if I remember the rules correctly on this one, you stack the unit counters to represent the amount, the strength of the unit in the hex. Yeah, I do believe that was the rule on this. I'd have to double check it just to make sure, but I believe that is the case for this game, which does explain why you have a whole bunch of different counters for the same types of units. Now remember, we did have the leadership ones, the ones that have the little gold medal there on them, and I believe those are the ones that get a bonus as well. Let's take a look at the map. Here we go. All right, we've got a couple of map sheets, and I might have to cut this because it looks like they sealed it. All right, so I cut them both out, moved the box out of the way so we could lay them out. And yep, it is double-sided. Princeps learned from one of their earlier games. Frozen. Crap, I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it on the screen for you. But they learned that people love to complain when it comes to maps that they, some will like one type, some will like a different type. So they send their maps double-sided so you can choose what you want to use. So this is one side of the map. We've got our Soviet side over here with the red victory point hexes, and then the Japanese side over here where there's going to be white and yellow, as you see up here, for their victory point hexes. If I remember right, the white ones are the neutral ones that both sides are like fighting over. And yeah, that's right. For this game, you had to set up within so many hexes of this river, like you couldn't get too close to it. But that's what those sheets were for. Let's take a look at the other side real quick, let you guys see it. And honestly, I think I like this side better. I don't know. This looks old school. This reminds me of like the old SPI games and the way that they looked. Very, very clean map boards, right? Just green, brown, tan, roads here. Very easy to pick out your victory points here, your major cities, stuff like that. Very, very easy to see on this side. I don't know. I like this side too. It has a more realistic look. I could play this game on either side and be perfectly happy with it. But at least this does give you options to choose from. And here we go, just to let you guys see the other half. This is the right side. The other one is the left side of the map. This is the more realistic looking side of it. You see a couple other of the Japanese hexes that they start with, their victory points, but that's their main city up here, the one that's got the 3 next to it, worth the most victory points. And as I was unfolding this thing, let you guys see the other side, something nice to tell is that the board is not thinly cut. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to tear it up here. Sometimes when you have these mounted maps, whoa, and there's me hitting my my tripod, go figure. Sometimes when you have these mounted maps, the cut might be too deep, too thin, and you'll feel like you're going to tear the map. This doesn't feel like that. It feels like it has a nice secure connection here where it folds out. So that's nice. I appreciate that. But this is the other side, that clean looking side that I was talking about. Yeah, I like this side. I think this would be the one that I pick. The counters would really stand out on this side. I don't know. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking that these tan hexes here, it's just got like this busy look to it. I like the mountains. I like the trees. But these tan ones, I don't know. It's the road's better too. But I think the counters stand out so much better here than they would here. Yeah, I'd probably pick this side. But again, it's up to you. You can choose whatever side you like. And lastly, something that they tend to do that I very, very, very much appreciate is these lovely storage boxes. They were in the preview copy that I received, but as you can see, that's standard for the game. It is so nice to have these boxes. You can just put whatever goes in there. We got our dice, combat dice in there. Looks like there's 20s, 2d20s, a 12, and an 8. See what we have in here. Probably some cards. Yep. We got the unit cards for the game, for the ones that you're going to have different abilities. Remember, you could choose between like artillery, armor, or infantry, and then some event cards, airstrike cards here. And are these empty? No! Oh, look! Oh, I love this money. Look at this money. Look at that. God, I love the look of these. And they're counters too. They're not like little paper chits or anything. Oh, I love the look of these. That's cute. I love that. Yeah, it shouldn't be called a war game cute, but I don't know. It reminds me of Monopoly a little bit. I hate to say it, but I like these. These are cute. I love them. And what do we got in here? All right, big event cards. That's right. These are our turn cards here, the ones that are about the... Sorry about that. My mic slipped off the table. But yeah, these are the... I can't get them out. Let me pull it out. Just dump it. And that actually lets you see how sturdy these boxes are. These are the turn cards, if I remember. Like this, there's a handful of each number. It goes up to, what, 8? So you have, like, I think 3 1s, 3 2s, 3 3s. I'd have to count them to be sure. But you got more than one, but you'll have 8 of these cards. and random, right? So it's never going to be the same cards for each game. You'll randomly pick one of the 3 1s, one of the 3 2s. You get what I'm saying? To make the turns for your game, give you a little more random events. And what's in this biggest box? What do we have here? Oh yeah, some extra player aid pieces, and they're mounted. Nice. Look at this. I love it when they're mounted. Yep, that's right. Espionage and deception for each different side, Japan and the Soviet Union. We've got our action sequence for the different rounds, how much units cost, and list for abbreviations, train, track, attack modifiers, unit characteristics. Very nice. I like this. I like this because these fit in your hand so much easier, and you don't have to have them all spread across the table. You can just hold them, and pull them out when you need them. Definitely like that. Your combat results table, easy to understand there. That's only single-sided. Weather conditions for our game, single-sided. And this was for air. You've got one of these for each side. This controls the number of aircraft that they have, fighters and bombers. This is more abstracted than the actual unit counters are for the game. But this is where you'll keep track of those. And a nice little sequence that explains all the different stuff. Air combat, bombing runs, digging in. The bot sequence, very nice. Little bot rules on the game. Both for Japan and the USSR. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. I can't remember if my preview copy had these rules in it, but I believe it did. But what I like about this is all easy to organize. As you can see, there's plenty of room still left in this big box. You could even combine down some of this stuff, put these in here if you wanted to open up a box. Do the same over here. You could pull those cards out, put them in there, and then have different boxes for your unit counters if you wanted to. Basically, everything is going to fit back in the box very, very easily. And these boxes they're sturdy. They don't just pop open or crush. So you can put the mounted mat boards back on top and hold the game very nicely. All right, but those are all the components for Khalkhin Gol. Make sure you go check out my preview video if you haven't to see how the game is played. But Princeps usually does good work. I have enjoyed my time with their games. So Khalkhin Gol, if you're into this area of World War II, is worth checking out. Especially if you've got someone to do the hidden movement stuff with. I don't remember if the bot rules or not address this, how to handle a secret movement, or if it just has it straight set up. But I don't believe there's any hidden information if you do try to play it solitaire. All right, that's going to be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you check out the Battle of Khalkhin Gol by Princeps Games. All right, y'all take care. I'll catch you in the next one.